In this lab exercise demo, we're going to show you Kubuntu. Kubuntu is Ubuntu with the KDE desktop. The KDE desktop has been popular for many years in other flavors of Linux, such as BSD, the pre-BSD Linux, and some others as well. Now the KDE desktop is a good desktop. It's different than the GNOME desktop though. If you're used to the GNOME desktop and you're going to switch to the KDE, the best analogy I can come up with is that you come home at night and the lights are out and somebody rearranged all your furniture. After a few bumps and trips, you'll eventually find where everything is. The KDE desktop is a good desktop that's been around for a while. It is different than what we're using in this course though. We did want to show you this flavor of Linux, especially this flavor of Ubuntu Linux, so this way you would see all the choices that are out there. Alrighty, here we're going to see a Kubuntu install. This is Ubuntu with the KDE desktop, known as the K desktop for short. Let's bring this out. Fill our screen. This is looking similar to the studio install. English. Install Kubuntu. Here we go. Answer a few questions and I'm sure this will be on its merry way installing. We're going to use English as the default language. It's getting the time from the network time server, so it's knowing that we're on the internet. It found our correct time zone, so I'll accept that. You can see some similarities. We have a keyboard layout where it shows me the keyboard. It's a USA keyboard, which is fine. You see on the left we have a menu it goes through. This setup, we're going to use the virtual disk in this box. We're going to use the entire disk. We're going to go through a separate lab just on disk partitioning. Give it our user, our favorite student, John Doe, a very popular guy, and leave the username as John. Select a good password for him, and let's call this Kubuntu Kubuntu VB VirtualBox. Require my password to log in. You could name your computer anything you want basically, as long as nothing else has the same name on the network. And it summarizes our install for us. Everything looks okay. And here's our little slideshow for Kubuntu. Again, Kubuntu is Ubuntu with the KDE desktop rather than the GNOME or the Unity desktop. And this is a 10.4 long-term support install that we're doing. So we're going to see a little installation slideshow as this goes. And it's probably going to show us the software packages that will be coming with Kubuntu. And it says it comes with a web browser. You can share your files, software, multimedia, send and receive email, and communicate with friends and families. So it says web browsers such as Firefox and Chromium are easily installable. So chances are this is going to come with a different browser than we've seen before. It should be interesting. They have a program called GwenView for photo sharing this. Again, some of the applications are different. I've found that many of the applications that run in GNOME also do run in KDE. There are some exceptions, I'm sure. So GwenView is the photo organizer that comes with Kubuntu. And it looks like it's multimedia ready. It claims it will play videos and music from the web, CDs and DVDs. It uses the Amarok audio player. I've also seen the Amarok in the regular Ubuntu with the GNOME desktop, and the thing called Dragon Player to watch videos. So we have some slightly different applications available with the KDE desktop and the GNOME desktop, and some that are the same. It has Kmail, so it looks like Contact, fully featured personal management system, email, calendar, address book, and more. So rather than Evolution, which we see in the GNOME and Ubuntu, with the K desktop, we have Contact with a K. And OpenOffice.org is the OpenOffice that's being distributed with Kubuntu version 10.4. We'll have to see if 11.4 still uses OpenOffice.org or if it uses the LibreOffice. And it does use the same open document format as the LibreOffice, I'm sure. And it looks like we have the usual suspects as far as gaming goes. You know, shooters, solitaire games, etc., etc., etc. Our install is just about done here. It has the usual accessibility preferences for those that have handicaps of some kind that may make it a little difficult to use the computer. We don't want to leave anyone out here, so there are accessibility features. And I see we also use dpackage in Kubuntu as well as Ubuntu. Dpackage is a Debian software installation utility. So like the regular Ubuntu with the GNOME, the Kubuntu also is compatible with Debian packages. And it looks like the installation is done, so we'll restart the system. Remove the disk, press enter. And here's our login. We can see the login is slightly different. In Ubuntu it has our names for us. In this you have to enter your name. Next we have some choices here. Default, KDE, or failsafe. We'll leave it as it's normal, see what we get. Here is our K desktop. We have a desktop folder and some nice music. And it looks like our menu starts down here. Let's see. There we go. Web browser, using the Conqueror web browser. System settings, file manager. So it's slightly different applications, but the operating system underneath is going to be the same. Favorites, applications is a little different looking menu system. Kind of a cool menu. This is a computer, which is comparable to Places. Applications, computer. This is recently used. We haven't opened anything yet, so there won't be anything there. And here's our system settings is here. Oh, it is a slightly different desktop. We'll probably do a little chapter on this at some point. But there you've now seen a Kubuntu install as well. So if you're interested in seeing Kubuntu and the KDE desktop, you can follow this lab exercise, and then if you have the time you can do an installation of the KDE desktop to your system so you can get some experience with it. It's totally up to you. I have to say though that it is different than the GNOME desktop, and we do use the GNOME for this course.